Hi there, welcome. I'm Eric Linter with Starspeak for the second half of October 2014. Our forecast begins with this fabulous concentration of cosmic energy in the sign of Libra, known as the sign of marriage, but it's really the sign of all relationships. We're seeing the lunar north node, Venus, the Sun, and retrograde Mercury all joined together in a little part of the sky in this range between 19 and 25 degrees of Libra as our forecast begins. I sometimes call Libra the codependent sign because there's so much sensitivity to what everybody else needs. And so for you codependent types, this is a great time to display that kind of behavior. Now, fortunately, these planets are nicely aligned with Mars and Sagittarius, so we have some constructive outlets to be talking about how we may engineer different types of relationships. And hopefully everybody can do a little bit of growing. Uranus also fits into this picture, although kind of in the background because at its degree at 14 Aries, Uranus is really no longer in a direct, tight opposition. This is what we call a separating aspect. So some of the recent stresses and strains we may have felt in specific relationships are likely easing as we go into the second half of the month. As the weekend nears, Mercury and Venus are exactly conjunct on Friday the 17th. This can be a harbinger of good news because the winged messenger is retrograde. You may hear from somebody you haven't heard from in quite some time. There's harmony between Venus and Mars Sunday night. The aspect, a sextile, will be exact early Monday morning. Mercury's also in a sextile to Jupiter on Monday the 20th. And again, this is a great optimism fueling alignment that builds confidence and is also a facilitator of travel. So if you have to be on the move, Monday is a good day. As we head towards the new moon, the Sun is going to slip into Scorpio on the morning of Thursday the 23rd, and Venus is following a little bit later in the day. And then the moon will eclipse the Sun that evening at the exact time of the new moon. And so we have this grouping, very powerful, in Scorpio, the sign of regeneration. And this also heralds the beginning of the deepest part of the fall season. Typically with colder temperatures, people spend more time inside, become more self-aware, and yet there's a kind of celebratory energy as we go into Scorpio. Friday night, the 24th, we see the Sun exactly conjuncting Venus, a great omen for party goers and folks who want to have a romantic, intimate dinner with a loved one. Mercury comes out of its retrograde on Saturday the 25th. It'll take a few weeks to return to the point at which the retrograde began, but we should expect that people are going to change their minds. So, be open and ready to change plans as needed. Mars jumps into Capricorn on Sunday the 26th, and this gives a kind of practical blend with Mars's naturally impulsive energy toned down in the earthy, ambitious sign of Capricorn. We get a kind of steadying, roll up the shirt sleeves and just keep plugging away mentality. At the same time, Venus and the Sun, remember both in Scorpio now, harmonize with Neptune. So there's a kind of magic and spirituality, empathy that's very strong as the final week of the month begins. I'm going to leave off with Halloween. The moon that day is in Aquarius and forming an opposition to Jupiter as we head out for trick-or-treating and Halloween partying. And of course, Jupiter is the planet of overindulgence. So don't eat too much candy, have a good time, but pay attention, stay aware of your surroundings. It will be easy to become distracted. That's it for the month, and if you want to contact me for a session, shoot me an email at stars@ericlinter.com. Look for my daily forecasts at the spiritofchange.org website, and remember, keep looking up.